Well, hi, friends. Doc South here. And honestly, I've done it already about 15 takes on this video and haven't been satisfied with them yet. Uh, it's, but it is kind of, it hit me to do this video, maybe about a week ago. And I have absolutely no idea why, except all of a sudden, I guess one day, just kind of laying in bed, I got to thinking that how we're always very impressed in life with miracles. You know, we say, "Oh my God, the Mets won the pennant. It's a miracle." Yeah. Or, "Oh my gosh, oh this is great. We're having pizza for supper. A miracle." and uh, it's and yes, I would say sure. Sounds good to me. I know when I was 5 years old, man, if I saw a pizza, that was that was big deal news, and and it was a miracle. And meeting someone and falling in love, a miracle, of course, and being born and all that, heck yeah, and just the miracle of just life itself. You get right down to it, it's pretty wild stuff. And I guess that's what kind of got to me is maybe someone I knew or know is about to have a baby or something, or announced maybe at work, or maybe one place or another where I'm DJing. I forget where it all happened, but they said they're expecting a child, and I said, well, congratulations, gee, that's great. Be your first one, yeah, like, and I said, well, that's a miracle. But all of a sudden it hit me. It's more of a it's more of a miracle than you think. I mean, we kind of we see so many children being born one time or another, our own kids, ourselves, etc. And it can, you see it so often, you kind of slough it off as, another kid. But it is a doggone miracle. You get right down to it. The when the very process is fascinating. You get right down to it. Now, I may have, this may be a little bit, this may not be quite for kids yet to do, but for them to see perhaps this video, but you get right down to it. You start out with an egg from the female, I believe one sperm cell out of, I guess, a gazillion hits the egg, fertilizes it, and the process starts. But do you realize unless I'm sadly mistaken, everything you need, everything needed to create an infant and thus a human is in those two simple cells. Is that right? I think that's true. And if so, how in God's name does that, well, God's name, I guess, yeah, the big guy's got it figured out. But all of a sudden it just hit me. It's all there in those two little microscopic beings getting together and forming a bond and then starting the growth of what will, in what, 9 months or so, be that kid of yours. I mean, you get right down to it. That's pretty wild. I mean, it's like there's those two cells are like super life producing computers almost. In fact, they kind of put computers to shame. It's absolutely, all of a sudden it just hit me. I guess what, a night or two ago, and and I can't. I just have to make a video about it because it's absolutely phenomenal that this actually occurs, and there's a gazillion of us people to prove it. Now, I don't know if the two initial organisms, the egg and the sperm, are are multi-celled. I don't know. I know the egg eventually is multi-celled, but how in heaven's name does it all get thrown together? I mean, you think the project would, I would think, would boggle a human trying to do it on I don't even know if it could be done except by the Mother Nature's usual way. It's it I don't know. I may not be explaining this right, but it just seems like it's. I mean, if you want proof of that there's an Almighty, there you go. Because honest to Pete, I don't see how that all happens just on its own. It doesn't. There was some serious planning going on. I think God was at the drawing board a long time before he got this one figured out. I'm just saying, it's absolutely gut wrenching amazing that there's so many of us, and we started from such simple yet very complex events. It's best I can say. I don't know. I guess I don't want to get my foot in too deep here because I might be just talking gibberish, but I don't think so. And all of a sudden it just clocked me one to think that all this happens, and it happens a gazillion times every day that babies are born or conceived. It's just absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Anyway, I just thought I'd say, beyond that, yeah. And then eventually the kid comes and and then they become teenagers and all bets are off. Oh, they become such stinkers. And then all of a sudden one day they hit their 20s and all of a sudden they're pretty wise and ready to start families of their own. And the process begins yet again. I don't know. Anyway, I just thought I'd knock that out for you. Beyond that, I don't know what else to say. Lord's Prayer moment. Oh, I think I better. I'm probably in trouble with the big guy for my uh, for for this video, most likely. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. So be it. Okay, well, go scratch your head on that one, friends, because I'll tell you, you get to thinking about it. It's a it's a head scratcher for sure. How we all got here. Boy, you got me. Anyway, I'll see you later. Bye now. God bless.